We have a real-life fairy tale coming at you from the streets of Dallas. Okay, we can't actually tell you how it ends, but we can tell you how it starts.
If someone tried to jack your car right now, do you know how you'd react? Most people have no idea.
The monkey business going on in Corsicana might be over. The city brought back the gorilla statue in the park after people went bananas over the removal.
And I thought that I remembered seeing that same white van on my way into work. Turns out I did, and they were delivering this phone book to the station. It started here at the Countryside Trailer Park. Police spotted a wanted man and tried to arrest him, but he took off running across 25th Street. I'm about a block away, so you can't see the magnitude of what's going on behind me. We're told that more officers have been called out here, possibly the bomb squad and a Bearcat.
We know we have an innocent victim here.
A community hurting,
In Jesus' name.
praying,
Amen.
hoping for justice to be served.
We want this to stop.
Yeah.
We really would like to feel served and protected by the blue.
It began on Dallas's south side. Officer Amber Geiger came home after work. Investigators believe she got off the elevator on the wrong floor, walked into the wrong apartment, then shot and killed 26-year-old Botham Joan, who lived there.
It does not appear that they knew each other.
30-year-old Geiger is being charged with manslaughter.
It's a very serious charge.
Legal expert Quentin Brogdon says she could possibly get off with less.
The question is, based on all the facts, and we don't have all the facts yet, were the officers' actions reasonable at the time?
Some people believe manslaughter isn't enough.
You could argue that because someone is a police officer, because they've been licensed to carry a handgun, because they've been trained when and how to wield that handgun and when and how not to wield that handgun, that really the standard they could and should be held to should be higher than you or I wielding that same handgun.
The Dallas Police Association isn't commenting just yet, saying, quote, "We're waiting for additional facts to come out."
Community wants answers. Our city wants answers.
An entire nation longing for an explanation.
Clearly, this is a shooting that should not have happened.
You see graffiti all the time and probably don't think it's a big deal. But check out this video. Fed up small business owners are putting taggers on blast. You might call it the Achilles heel of the neighborhood. They like to play tag here, but no one's running around. A city task force used to pay attention to this, but now
I'm gonna paint it, just get a big paint and paint over it. That's all I can do.
the beautiful streets of Deep Ellum are littered with graffiti. Just ask David Carranza.
Everywhere, it's just getting real bad.
He's basically an amateur painter at this point.
I have to buy paint, I have to get, do it myself, get an employee to do it, and I'm running a small business. I don't have time to be taking care of this every time it happens, and this is a monthly occurrence.
He owns Leather Masters, where he's installed video cameras to catch those tagging his shop.
Cars passing by, people passing by, nobody cares.
I'll tell you who does care, the professional painters. That's who.
Oh, it drives me crazy.
Preston Panic and his girlfriend spend days on this art.
There's not a single thing you can look on within 10 feet of us that doesn't have something written on it. Look behind us. I mean, it's everywhere.
And that's precisely why he and his girlfriend are painting this mural and 9 others around Deep Ellum for free.
The chances of you getting your wall tagged on, if you just have a regular wall, is a really good chance. The chance of you getting tagged on, if you have a mural on it, drops a whole bunch.
He says there are rules that these taggers typically follow, and spraying art is a no-no.
If these kids really want to get their name out there, if they really want to do some actual art, there's better ways to do it.
While Panic hopes the taggers will take some interest in real art rather than a crime, David would like to see somebody do something about it. Yeah, like the task force, which used to have this covered.
Definitely, since it stopped, it's gotten out of control.
So, to the taggers out there, while we aren't sure which consequences you'll actually face, we'll tell you one thing. David isn't the only one watching you. Everyone with access to Facebook could be. In a matter of seconds.
Traumatizing.
In broad daylight.
Oh my God, somebody just got robbed outside.
A criminal who has some real guts caught on camera.
1082.
It was just a normal day for Connie Yen,
You want to just do the stretch string then?
owner of Queen Beads.
Good day, bye.
She closed up shop at 6, said goodbye to her employee, and got in her car.
I got in, I was adjusting the seat.
That's when she heard her back door open.
Thought it was my worker, because when I turned around, I was like, Karen.
It wasn't Karen. And what she saw on this surveillance footage is keeping her up at night.
I was just like, oh my God.
This silver BMW was watching Yen from across the parking lot. Must have seen her put her purse in her back seat and wanted it. Just as Yen closes the door, the car backs into the parking spot next to hers. A guy gets out, snatches her purse, and drive off. All in a matter of seconds.
Everything was in there.
But it's not about her designer purse, the cash, or any of her stuff that's gone.
If they have that kind of, braveness to just come in while you're in there, I mean, what else could they possibly do?
Yen wants you to learn from it.
Be super aware of everything around you,
And lock your car the second you get in. It started with an argument in this neighborhood. A woman in her 40s admits to shooting her husband. Why? She says they were arguing over him beating their cat.
4 shots.
4 shots. That's what this neighbor heard while taking her dogs for a morning walk around 7 o'clock. 4 shots coming from this northeast Dallas townhome.
I feel really sad for them. It's a terrible situation.
Word on the street is the family cat went missing. But when the kitty came home, trouble followed in the front door. You might call Mary Harrison the real crazy cat lady. She's locked up on murder charges after confessing to the cops she shot and killed her husband, 49-year-old Dexter Harrison.
It seems like there's probably more to the story than a cat.
Maybe it was the cat that broke the camel's back. Maybe she simply would have done anything for that animal. Maybe we'll never truly understand. But what we do know is how the argument ended, with an outpouring of love for Dexter Harrison. Online, friends are already missing him, saying he was a family man who loved his kids and his wife.
Monday.
I bet you was wishing I wasn't here, huh?
The most dreaded day of the week.
I know when I get up in the morning, I don't be feeling too good.
Don't blame ya. It's sure hot out there.
Stay out this heat now.
And boiling inside too.
We're doing good.
But surprisingly, ain't nobody complaining in this kitchen.
Today we have chili dogs, oranges, because it's cool and helpful.
Every Monday, Truckers Cafe closes its doors to customers.
They ain't gonna hurt us one day to just, give back.
Instead, they feed hundreds of homeless or hungry people.
In 2 weeks, I have the clothes, the shoes.
This is Paulette Johnson. She's the owner of the cafe.
We are down here wanting water.
Growing up, she was in and out of shelters.
And I was like, well, whenever I get grown, I'm gonna help a lot of people because, a lot of people out here need help.
But there is some trouble.
September the 1st will be my last day here.
Paulette is being forced to move.
But I'ma still be feeding you guys.
She sure could use help in any way you can.
We finna start letting y'all come in.
But of course, no complaints here.
Anybody want Gatorade?
Because Paulette's squad is always thinking about others.
I'm sure they are really thankful.
Especially on Mondays.